Esther chapter 6. In this chapter, we have so many lessons to learn, just like the previous chapters and even the ones we are going to see later. But we are going to stick to 3. In the beginning of the chapters, we saw the king was so restless. He couldn't sleep. And the reason of his sleeplessness tied to the fact that there are some deeds that have not been duly rewarded. Mordecai did something a long time, we don't know how long, but the time he did it, as important as it was because he saved the life of the king, as important as that information he leaked to the king, he wasn't rewarded. He forgot about it until that same night that the king couldn't sleep. What lesson are we learning from here? When we do some things and we're expecting immediate reward, sometimes it doesn't come that way. Wait. Imagine if Mordecai had become so depressed and he got angry, maybe he even left his job, he became hostile to people. In fact, some people even get so angry and discouraged to the point of taking their lives. He wouldn't be alive to see this. He wouldn't be alive to see this. And who took the sleep away from the king? God. God. There is nothing you do that doesn't have a reward. Every good thing has its own reward. Though it tarries, the Bible said, wait for it. At the fullness of time, the Lord will take sleep away from the eyes of your destiny helpers. So, wait for it. The second thing we saw here is that Haman, who hated him so much, was the one that prescribed his reward without knowing he was prescribing it for Mordecai. And he was one that was now used to celebrate and honor him. What does it teach us? Don't bother about your enemies. Just hand them over to God. That was what Mordecai did. Hand him over to God. God knows how to handle them. God knows how to humiliate them. God knows how to treat them. The Bible says vengeance is mine. So don't struggle with them. God knows their due salary and he will pay them. Then the last thing that we saw in this Esther chapter 6 is after the celebration. The Bible says that Haman celebrated him by destruction of the king. Mordecai went back to the gate. He went back to his job. He went back to his daily routine. What does it teach us? Some of us, when we see just a little respite, we abandon whatever we are doing before, where we find it difficult maintaining consistency. This man went back to his job, waiting for the fullness of time when God will fully settle him. Many of us leave our duties too soon, leave what we are supposed to do in the house of God too soon. Any little change we see in our pocket, we think is the time to abandon whatever we are doing before. Mordecai went back to the gate because that was his job, that was his duty. Despite being celebrated by the then prime minister, despite riding on the king's horse, he went back to his place of duty. How often do you abandon your place of duty? Learn never to abandon your place of duty. God will bless you.